Quarter past the hour, welcome back to the Daily Buzz. In our head drama today, we're talking about long distance dating, and we're joined today, in a short distance from me, by our dating expert, Kristen Harmel, who has written 6 novels about relationships. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning.
All right, so this is a touchy subject, right? Is it true, I've heard this said recently, that today's long distance dating is a lot like long distance on cell phones. No matter who you're with, it's pretty much free roaming. Is that true?
As someone who's been in long-distance relationships, no.
Okay, well, I was just trying to clear that up right out of the gate here. It is tough to make it work, though. Come on.
It is. I mean, and this is something I unfortunately have done a lot of. For some reason, my friends tease me that I can't date someone within an hour of me. I seem more comfortable with this.
All right.
But you know what? It is something that you can make work in this day and age. You just have to make sure you're on the same page, because I think that's part of the problem.
Okay.
One of you might be thinking, we're in an exclusive relationship, we're in love, and the other one's like, cool, I've got someone to come home and talk to, but I have free reign to go hook up. So just make sure your expectations are the same.
Okay. What about, seeing each other? I mean, how often should you make that a priority?
The long distance relationships I've been in, one of us will fly every 3 to 4 weeks, which means that you yourself are only traveling every 6 to 8, but you're seeing each other at least once a month.
But that sounds like a long time, though.
It absolutely is a long time. But with all the technology we have today, you can video Skype, you can text, you can call.
True.
And one of the relationships I was in several years ago, before video Skype existed, we had a routine of saying goodnight to each other every night, which I think was really nice, because you always knew you were in the other person's mind, and you knew they were going to bed alone.
Okay. Well, that's true.
Theoretically.
And you also say that it's important to stay involved in each other's lives, even though you're living in different towns.
Well, I think that's something important to do, and it's nice because you really get to know the other person if you're finding out what's happening to them on a day-to-day basis. So ideally, you really want to become the person they want to come home and share their day with, and you want to come home and share your day with them. I think that really kind of creates an intimacy that you're not necessarily getting from physical things, because you're not physically together, but that's sort of a different kind of intimacy, which is really a more real type of intimacy.
Right. And then there is always Skype sex.
Don't
rush into it, you say?
I would say, I think you have the tendency when someone's far away from you to want to define exactly where it's going and when you're going there, and hey, I'm going to move to live with you in 6 months. That can really put a lot of undue pressure on. As long as you're both on the same page and you both trust each other and trust that you're doing the same thing for the relationship, I don't think you need to rush to have that discussion of when you're going to wind up in the same city. Okay,
so recapping then, the keys would be regular communication, right?
Regular communication, open communication, and not jumping to conclusions. If you see a picture on Facebook that's suspicious, or if someone's quiet with you on the phone one night, don't assume that something's going on.
All right, but you can assume that you can see the whole article Kristen's written on this at HeadDrama.com.
Absolutely.